Ooh, man, my first live over here. Let's see what we can get cracked. Let's see if we get some people to pull up. If not, this is my first live, man. We're talking about rich and poor, and why you got the rich and why you got the poor. Hopefully, we can get some of y'all to tune in. Let's see if we get somebody on here first. Oh man, I'm able to go live. Rich versus poor, man. Rich versus poor. Oh, I'm out here looking like what's the guy name from Mortal Kombat with the hat? Oh man, Sub Zero. Yeah, man, we be talking about the rich versus the poor. Hopefully, we get some people up in here, man. Y'all come in, make sure y'all give it a thumbs up, man. This is my first live on this channel, so let's talk about it. If y'all don't know me, I'm LS Chevy Grinder. I got a bigger YouTube channel than this one, but on this one, we just gonna talk about everyday life, man, vlogs and what's going on out here in the world. That's what we're gonna talk about over here, man. Like I said, I got a bigger YouTube channel, LS Chevy Grinder. I almost got 30,000 subscribers over there. But this channel right here is all about vlogging. And today I want to talk about why we got a rich class and why we got a poor class. Hopefully, y'all can get down in the comment section. Get down in the comment section, man. Let's talk about it. When you come in the room, give it a thumbs up. You show up, give us a thumbs up, man. Rich versus poor. We're going to get into it. We get a little bit more people in here. If you want to talk about it, leave a comment. Leave a comment below, and we're going to get into it. Yep, just leave a comment below, man. We'll get into the conversation. I see 4 people in here. Let's see if we can get 4 thumbs up, man. 4 thumbs up. Then we can talk about it. Appreciate you, whoever gave us that thumbs up, man. Appreciate you. It's our first live over here. So give us a thumbs up, man. We want to talk about the upper class and the lower class and why it's a thing. Because we all got to wake up. We out here getting tricked, man. Appreciate you. See you later. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I want to talk about this rich versus poor thing, man. And how it's been designed to just set everybody up. Because, Parker, what's going on with you, man? Because in the world where you got rich and poor, it's just like a basketball game. You got to have a winner and you got to have a loser. So if everybody winning, what y'all think gonna happen? If everybody out here winning, what y'all think gonna happen, man? What y'all think gonna happen if everybody in the world is winning instead of losing? Wired Custom, what's going on with you, man? Appreciate y'all for showing up, man. Matter of fact, everybody that's coming in now, y'all got good energy. I'm gonna just go ahead and make y'all mods, man. So whenever I go live, I can have moderators to moderate the channel. So if you in here, you got a good vibe, let me go ahead and start making y'all mods, man. Cause I appreciate y'all for showing up. Let's start at the top. I got you. See you later. Let's see, Parker. I think he was up next. And we're gonna get into this whole conversation, man, about how we getting food and bamboozled out here. Cause y'all know at one time we weren't governed, man. We didn't have no government. We were just farmers and traders. You know, we went down to the market and we sold our goods and we traded our goods, but now we trading our souls for what? Sacrificing your sleep, sacrificing your family, sacrificing what you really want to do in life. You gotta think to yourself, why is it like that? Why is it like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and Donald Trump and all these billionaires of the world have amassed all this wealth? It's because you gotta have a poor class paying for the things they got. Y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know I'm not lying. Cuban coffee, divide and conquer. You right. You ain't lying about that, man. Let me see. I gotta make you a mod too. Like I said, this is my first live, so I'm trying to get, trying to get some people in here, have some deep conversations, and keep growing the channel, man. If y'all don't know who I am, I'm LS Chevy Grinder. I do have a bigger YouTube channel, almost 30,000 subscribers, where I basically talk about car content. As y'all can see, the Caprice in the background. Most talk about cars. Ain't about cars over here, man. It's all about everyday life stuff. You know, my passion is to be able to motivate and talk to people, so that's what I'm over here for. So let me get down to the comment section, man. Let's see what we got going on. No one would learn from mistakes if everyone wins. That's a good point. Okay, what if everybody wasn't poor though? Like, I ain't gonna say everybody got to win, but what if the world was designed to a point where everybody had at least $250,000 in their bank account? They really didn't have no worries. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say everybody was like equally rich, like Donald Trump rich, but at least if you had at least $500,000, $250,000 in your bank account, you could do a whole lot more in life. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. What y'all think? Let's see, man. What else we got in the comment section? Y'all make sure y'all give it a thumbs up, man, when y'all come in here. Cause I'm gonna try to keep these conversations strictly about whatever I read in the comments. And this was a comment that was left on one video, so I was talking about reparations and why we always, as black people, nothing against any other race, but as black people, they give us holidays. They give us Juneteenth. They give us Black History Month. They give us a Martin Luther King Day, but that's just a day. Like, do y'all just think we celebratory people? You know what I'm saying? But I digress. I don't want to really go into that. Everybody got paid but us. Yeah, Duke, you right. Everybody got theirs but us. Why is it that way though? You know what I'm saying? I'll digress just a little bit. Why you think it's that way, Duke? Why you think everybody got theirs and we didn't get ours? Like I said, it's a net just keep flying around my face, man. I just got through cutting grass. Yeah, I'm over here. I'm in the front of the house. Let me try to move around. Why y'all think it's that way, man? Hopefully my internet don't go out. I am connected to the internet right now. They're afraid of our power. Yeah. I mean, as a people, I think everything in the world as far as let me spin y'all around. Let me get up here on the deck, man. Cause like I said, I just got through cutting grass. So hopefully that sun ain't in y'all face. It's in mine for sure. Let me set y'all right here. The movie Planet of the Apes. I heard a lot of people talking about that and how they I guess when the so-called apes woke up or whatever, they started to discover that they was they really want who everybody described them as being. I remember seeing that somewhere, man. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for showing up, man. This is my very first live on this channel, so trying to have some deep conversation, man. Appreciate everybody that gave it a thumbs up. So we're talking about rich versus poor. Rich versus poor, man. Somebody said that everybody can't win. But that's in a world where everybody not winning. Imagine a world where everybody was winning. What y'all think that world will look like if everybody was winning in the world? And I got my little tripod that follows me, so hopefully I ain't got the sun too much in my face. I do got on my grass cutting hat, what I call it. Oh man, hold on, dude. I gotta make you a mod, man. You seem like you'll show up when I go live and you can really get the conversation going. So there you go, man. Appreciate y'all for showing up. Like I said, if y'all don't know who I am, I'm LS Chevy Grinder. I run a car content channel. I got almost 30,000 subscribers, but I'm trying to do something different on this channel. So appreciate y'all for showing up. Rich versus poor. And I know a lot of y'all probably at work right now, man. So I know when I'm at work and I'm watching like a challenging question or something that's challenging, it make me think the rest of the day. Like I'm like, man, why am I punching this time clock? Why am I working for this amount of money? And it sparks something inside of you, man. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to spark conversation and spark interest in people's minds so you can think outside of the work box. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we all been tricked from the time they told us to go to kindergarten all the way up to graduation. Do what the teacher say. Don't get out of line. This is the punishment if you get out of line. They didn't groom us, man, to be the way that we are. It's only when you get older and you start thinking and you realize, hell, you really didn't know how to do. You really didn't have to learn how to do nothing but read, add and subtract, and be able to count. Balance money and read. That's all you really had to learn in school, man. That's all you really had to learn in school. Let's see, am I missing some of y'all questions? Hold on. Oh yeah, okay. So we still got Duke talking with it. I guess some of y'all came and went. Hopefully y'all show back up. But yeah, man, I'm trying to make this about a 20-minute, 30-minute live, and then I'll come back later. You know, as y'all give me topics to talk about in the comment section, I'll talk about it. So whatever y'all want me to talk about, I'll bring it out. I'll bring it out, man. I think in this world now, man, we so reliant on what the government has put in front of us that we don't rely on things for ourselves. Like I got fruit trees. I don't know if I can get this thing to follow me. Let me see. Here we go. You know, you got to kind of slide. But this is the back of my house. You know, I got over 2.5 acres. We got fruit trees. I'm starting to get into the solar thing. I'm really trying to be self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's another thing of having that poor mindset. You don't try to be sufficient on your own. You know what I'm saying? You rely on electricity coming into your house, water coming into your house, going to the grocery store to get food. And I think we got to snap out of that. Because they always saying, what'll happen if the grocery stores run out of food? Well, if you got enough land, you can grow your own food. You know what I'm saying? And then you really don't need land to grow food. You can buy pots and plant stuff in and just set it out in the sunlight, keep it watered, make sure it's got a bunch of nutrients so it can survive, and it produce you something to eat. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely have to change your mindset from being poor to realizing that you're really rich, and your richness is up here, man. This how you rich. Your mind. Your mind is the creation. It can create anything you want. You know what I'm saying? Uh, People been limited to think that the only way you can create something is by buying something that somebody else created, and that ain't true. You can create up here. This is where it starts as a thought. You know, it said in the beginning, the Lord said, "Let there be light." That was a thought, and guess what happened? There was light in the earth. Then He had another thought and said, "Let everything come forth in abundance from the ocean and all the fishing." It was a thought. Everything came to be. Then He said, "Let me create man in my image." That was a thought. Then it came to be, and here we are. So if we was created from a creation or a creator that was creating, and He had consciousness to think, and His thoughts were, when I speak these words, everything gonna come into to light. Guess what? We the light. We are the light from the creation that created all the things in the earth. And if we was created in His image, that means we can think. He thinks, we think. But we ain't been thinking for ourselves, man. We've been letting government, we've been letting jobs, we've been letting everybody think for us except for us. What we got going on in the comment section? I was trying to build my land, but there's so many loops they put me through to build anything. It's like, is it like that for you? Nah, man. I bought this land. It was a wooded lot. I live in North Carolina, by the way. I don't know where you live at, so it could be something that's going on where you live at. I live in North Carolina. I bought my land. I'm able to do whatever out here. I can grow food, plant trees. Hell, I can even have chickens and stuff like that, bro. So I guess it depends on where you're located, man. I guess it depends on where you're located, but still, you should be able to grow some food like in a pot. You know what I mean? Like, it don't take much to grow a bunch of food. You can go down to Lowe's, buy some lumber, and build you like a 4x8 garden box. And you just throw some soil in that, and you can grow you some food, man. I think that's what it's getting to, because every time you turn around, it's some type of outbreak with the food. E. coli, some type of bacteria that they discovered on, it's always something going on with the food, man. Chickens and turkeys and animals getting sick. We got to start using this, man. It's what it was given to us for. I put a cargo container on my property and I wanted to turn it into an extra home. Hey, man, you got the right mindset, that's for sure. You definitely got the right mindset. That's what, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what we got to do as people. Man. We really got to start thinking for ourselves. In order to escape this poor mindset, we got to start thinking for ourselves. And I think a lot of people think it's so hard just to take a seed and put it in some dirt and grow some food. It's not that hard, man. Seeds, when you buy them from Lowe's or Amazon or Walmart, or if you go to your local feed store, seeds are already dry. When they dry it out, they ready for that thirst. They're ready for that moisture, that water to hit them so they can turn back into whatever they're supposed to be. Okra, corn, beans, tomatoes, squash, cabbage, kale. It's all types of things you can grow in pots and get enough of it so it can take you through from one season to the next, man. It's a mindset we got to get in, though. We can't stay in this mindset that when I run out of vegetables, I got to run down to the local grocery store to get some more. You should be able to go to your deck. If you live in an apartment, you should be able to go to, depending on how your apartment's set up, most of them do have a place where you can walk out. Some of them just have, like, you just walk into the doorway. But, you know, if you're living in an apartment, maybe, that's a frog. Maybe you know somebody that owns some land and you say, hey, if I can just have this one little 8x8 section of your land to grow me some food, we can share it. You know, that's the mindset we got to have, man. That's one of those tree frogs. Y'all hear him? He over here somewhere. But yeah, man, we got to get out that mindset that we got to keep depending on grocery stores, government, and jobs so we can be efficient. You know, it's getting bad out here, man. Every time you turn around, y'all president, he gonna end up tweeting us into a war. I think he talked a lot of junk about Biden, but at the same time, his mind is about gone too, man. I think it should be a cap on when you can be a leader. I think 65 years old need to be the cutoff point, man. Because when you start getting 70, 80 years old, most people that age is not thinking right. Not thinking right at all. But yeah, man, I got about 10 more minutes on here, so the conversation is the rich versus poor, and we're trying to change the mindset of rich versus poor. How you think the rich got rich? Because they stopped thinking like the poor. They stopped depending on the government. They stopped depending on a paycheck. They stopped depending on grocery stores. That's the same mindset we gotta have. Ain't nobody better than the next person. It's all about your thinking process, man. You gotta be able to think. I'm trying to make y'all think. Like I said, for those of y'all that don't know me, I go by LS Chevy Grinder. I got a YouTube channel. It's called LS Chevy Grinder, and it's mostly car content, skits, and comedy. And that's what y'all get over there. But over here, we're gonna try to give y'all the real. We're gonna try to give y'all everyday life type conversations and vlogs, man. So if you're watching the channel right now, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button, and make sure you tune in when I go live. I just created this channel last weekend, and I think now we got almost 100, maybe 20 something subscribers. So really appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. And like I said, we're gonna keep trying to climb, and we're gonna keep trying to go to the top. So if you made it to this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button, because we got to talk about these conversations. Because in a world like now, since the y'all know what days, the pre-jab days, the world done got crazy. It's done really got crazy. And if we don't start thinking sufficiently, growing food, being self-sufficient, we're gonna run into a time where, just like now, if the camera follow me, I got a solar panel right now. That back there in the chair. So that solar panel is hooked up to a generator, portable power generator upstairs, and it can power the room that it's in, which is my bedroom. It can power the TV, it can power a fan, and whatever else I want to plug into it. It's almost 2,000 watts of power. And I started testing it out last week. I didn't had it for like months, but I tested it out last week. Hey man, if the power was to go out, I got that. I got a gas generator that's 7,000 watts in the garage. So it's the way we got to start thinking, man. We got to quit relying on everything that's been given to us. The power company, they could turn your power off. If you're paying for water, they can turn that off. But look what you got outside right now. Sunlight. If you got sunlight, guess what you need to be doing? Getting you some solar panels. If you got land, check with your local zones. You might be able to put a well on your land. You never know, man. That way, if the lights go out and the water go out, and it's gonna happen, trust me, these things are gonna happen. The power is gonna go out for good one day. The water is gonna be not drinkable. What y'all gonna do when y'all arrive to that moment? You still gonna be thinking like a poor man, or do you take the time now and start thinking like a rich man? And I ain't talking about rich in wealth. I'm talking about rich in knowledge. Understand what I'm saying to you? I ain't talking about rich in wealth, rich in knowledge. I ain't talking about poor in wealth. I'm talking about poor in knowledge. See, y'all gotta understand where I'm coming from. You got a poor mindset, you think like a poor man. You got a rich mindset, you think like a rich man. So, we got about 4 more minutes before we end this live, man. Like I said, if y'all can, please subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and we just gonna keep bringing these videos, man. Like I said, I know that sun probably in my face. I know the sun in my face. Trying to get the camera to follow me. They just stuck that way for some reason. And I'm trying to read y'all comments. So. But yeah, everybody that became a mod, man, y'all make sure y'all show up when I go live. It's always good to have good moderators to moderate the chat and, you know, to help out. So, like I said, we're gonna stay live for about 30 minutes. We got about 3 more minutes. And I'm just trying to wake everybody up, man. I feel like there's a lot going on in the world, and we don't slow down enough to think. All we think is, it's time to punch the clock. It's time to get up, go to work. When I get off, you thinking about going back to work when you get off. Think about that. When you get off from work, you come home, you take a shower, you get you something to eat, and then you do what? You might watch a little TV, then you do what? You lay down to do what? Go back to work in the morning. So you spend your life, half your life at a job. Anybody never thought about that? You working 10, 12-hour shifts. If you're in a warehouse, if you're working like a Lowe's or a Walmart, you're probably working 8-hour shifts. And you spending, out of a 24-hour day, you spending the majority of it at work. So that means you spending the rest of it sleeping. So you spend 10 hours working, probably about 7 hours sleeping. That's 17 hours out your day, man. What you got, 3 hours of your day to where you can watch TV and get you something to eat, take a bath. That's it. Anybody thought about that? Come on, man. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. But let me get back around here in the front, because I do got to get some more gas for the lawnmower. As y'all see, I got my day cut out for me, man. But yeah, definitely trying to go live. And see if I can sit y'all down right there. Definitely trying to go live, man, so we can have these conversations, try to wake people up. Most definitely. So like I said, we're almost at the 30-minute mark, and I appreciate everybody that showed up. My first live, man, so hopefully this get out into the YouTube algorithm and people will check it out, see what I'm talking about, and we can continue to have these conversations. But I'm gonna leave y'all with this one thought, what I just talked about. You spend 10, 8, 12 hours your day working. You spend about 6 or 7 of those hours sleeping. And that means you only got about 3 hours to yourself, 3, 4 hours to yourself. And those 3, 4 hours is either a lunch break, get off, take a shower. You got small children, you got to make sure they good and getting them together. You only got about 3 hours to yourself. Think about that. 3 to 4 hours, that's all you got to yourself. Unless you're off on the weekend, then you're tired, then you're sleeping. You really ain't got no time, man. It's time to take your time back. It's your boy LS Chevy Grinder. This is LS Chevy Grinder Vlogs. Peace.